There's a few things I really enjoy and care about. That's including my dogs, my health and fitness, continuous improvement, self-improvement, and my travels. And I get up fairly early in the morning so that I can complete orders in the morning. And then after that, I head off for lunch, and then I'll leave the rest of the day for work. When I graduated out from high school, I had this conversation with my mom, what would be my next step. So it was between arts and design and business. She said, why don't you just go on business, because it's easy, it will be an easier path to pursue in Singapore especially. So I had a business degree. I did HR for 17 years and I rose through the ranks, and my last role was in a leadership position in a regional Asia Pacific capacity. As a lady and also as a high flyer at a fairly young age, it was not easy. So I had to work doubly hard to actually prove my capabilities. I've reached the point where I have actually done the more lucrative career, and now I want to do something that is more meaningful to myself. And a friend whom I spoke to inspired me to actually start a business. And I remembered that my first passion would be in arts and design, and I actually remembered this conversation with my mom. When I was going back to the drawing board, I asked myself, what can I draw? So I realized that it must be something that I'm very close to. Definitely it would be fashion. I needed a bag that I could transition from the gym to the office and to my travels. And that's how the whole thing got started. I decided to launch Utoppii in Australia because I travelled here very much in my previous roles, and I really enjoyed the culture here. Australia has been really open to creativity and innovation. People generally here are very supportive of lifestyle startups, which I find that definitely there would be much more opportunities for us to get started here. I decided to launch with a backpack because in the past I had to carry multiple bags. A handbag, a gym bag, a laptop bag, and I realized a backpack could actually fit all these things at the same time. That's provided if the bag is comfortable and at the same time stylish. There's a divider in the center of the bag in the main compartment, which means that you could divide your bag into half, the top load and the bottom load. And for example, I could put a gym shoe in the bottom load and my dirty clothes on the top load, and I could separate them easily. And it also has a waterproof laptop compartment. Even though the bag itself is of very clean aesthetics, but there's also interesting patches that are exclusively designed by us that you could put on the bag itself to really express yourself. People can personalize to make it more unique. Utoppii is not fast fashion, so when I started creating the Utoppii bag, sourcing for a good manufacturer was important, because so that we could keep quality high, and it also goes back to our values and beliefs that all living beings are equal, and we must respect the environment that we live in. So we make sure that the bag is made with the environment in mind, and that bag is actually made of vegan leather. So my experience with volunteering and giving back started really back in my school days. So in Singapore, I volunteered with a wildlife rescue organization where I will be rescuing snakes, broken-shell turtles called pigeons. A few years ago, I went to Chiang Mai, Thailand, where I lived with a village, and I would help out by teaching and harvesting, and also rebuilding the facilities around in the village. I've always been a very blessed recipient of people who helped me along the way. And I realized that as I grew older, the joy is in giving back rather than receiving. And I traveled extensively in the past where I would meet less fortunate people, and I realized that these people would need a lot of help as well. So it would be great if the brand that I started would be able to give back to these communities and to support them, and to also help them to pursue their dreams and realize their hopes. I always believe in the saying, we say what we do and we do what we say. So it's important that we carry this belief in the brand. The aspirations for Utoppii would be to build a global brand that would eventually expand beyond bags, and also to build a foundation that we could continue helping the less fortunate and also causes that I strongly believe in. My name is Trixie, and I'm the founder of Utoppii.